I grew up in the church, parents are pastors, working in church capacity and all that stuff. And I have conversations with, young adults about, ministers that have failed. And, it's like, how could this person fail? How could this person fail? And I'm like, because they're a person like you, kind of what you're talking about. Do you think because we're in such a, because we kind of see sin for what it is, and we as Christians are supposed to be people that are so far removed from sin, like you're talking about, we almost lose this capacity to sin, that when somebody sins, we question them as if we also don't do the same things in that same kind of way. Do you think that has kind of created this culture where, especially for people that are in ministry, where, they stumble, not to like condone it or anything, right? They stumble. Man, you ain't never hear from that person again. You don't even know if they're alive anymore. I'm like, all the grace they have ever showed you as they walked with you throughout your mess and your junk, out the window. I can't believe you're a sheep in wolf's clothing and everything else is thrown at them. Do you think we've kind of created this culture because we put our ministers on a high pedestal that when they stumble, it's almost like the world is over, and then these people are like, I can't face this.
Yeah. Yeah, we have delusions that these people are perfect, that they're not gonna fail, or that they don't go through the same stuff that we go through, and they do, and that's just it. Like they just go through the same stuff as us, and people might, it's funny. Like people might have a sexual sin failure, but they might get it out the way early. You know what I mean? And then you might have yours later, and they might look at you like, oh my gosh, like can't believe you would ever do that. And he was like, I'm pretty sure you did that too. Yeah. like I'm pretty sure that was you at some point. We all are gonna fail. And that's the beauty of the relationship with Jesus. The realization when we get to heaven, there's not gonna be nobody in the room who's gonna be able to raise their hand and say, I didn't need Jesus to get here. I got here on my own. Every single person is gonna have to raise their hand in the room. Like, all right, if you need Jesus to get into here, get in this line. If by your own, if you followed every commandment by yourself and you nailed them all, you get in this line. I don't know who's gonna be in this line, but I know everybody gonna be in this line. Every single one of us. And so what happens is though, as human beings, our egos won't even allow us to forgive a lot of times. Like I know cancel culture, everything like that. Like we think it's so cool to cancel somebody. It's so cool to say, oh, you've sinned, you failed, you're out of here. Like, oh, you're done. Like we think that's so quick. We're so quick to do that. We're so short. I know so many people who are like, let him mess with me on this way and it's over. I'm like, bro, watch the Lord test you with that the first time when you finally do get married. Don't say that, because we all gonna have to deal with something. When you get married, don't even think about what's gonna make you break up or leave a person. No, you're gonna run into a situation where your spouse is worthy of being separate or worthy of being left. And don't think about what if that's gonna happen. No, it's gonna happen. What are you gonna just prepare yourself? What are you gonna do? When you get married, you gotta think to yourself, dang, what would I do if this person really like hurts me? Because they're gonna hurt you. And so we all gonna be hurt. We all hurt people. The craziest part is we all hurt people so much, but then when we get hurt, we swear we don't have to forgive. Everybody hurts people. Everybody hurts somebody. You gonna hurt people. And people are gonna hurt you. But that same grace that you need, that same grace that Jesus Christ has to give you for him to look at you, we have to be able to give it to people. That's when we're the most like Christ, when we're the most forgiving. That's the Jesus way. It's not if we can speak in tongues. It's not if we can do miracle signs and wonders. A lot of people were able to do that throughout the Bible, but only one guy was able to say, do your worst to me, and then I'm going to pray for you that you get forgiven. He wants us to be like that. We want to be like Jesus. That's what it means to be like Jesus. What it means to be like Jesus is let people offend you, like let it happen, and then how do you react? Most of us, I'm about to roll up and we're gonna spin the block on this person. They you know what I mean? Like they about to catch a fade. That's not how we intended for us to be ever forgiving, ever loving, ever caring. And if we were all like that and we also put our best foot forward not to offend, then we would have the Garden of Eden.